Hello and welcome back to Hopium Wars. So the second man out in this Hopium Wars series is Hambone Littletail. And Hambone is based in Garfield, Texas. And for every day now, for a decade, he's been YouTubing about the collapse of the planet. And I believe he's gotta be the smartest guy I know on the internet. He reports every day on environmental and ecological and climatological stuff going on, and just the immense volume of news articles and reports he's reading makes him pretty unique when it comes to making his mind up about our near future. Let's see here. So if we drag this out here, then you will see that Hambone's boxes, they do not at all connect with David Wallace-Wells boxes, and that's a good reason for that, because if this is Hambone's name box, his kind of key meme is that it's game over. And from what I know about Hambone, he's not talking about the species Homo sapiens sapiens. He's more talking about global industrial civilization. So that's going to go south pretty soon. And connected to that, you have the idea that there's no way out. Obviously, if the civilization is heading this way, then it's because there is no way to keep it going, at least not for very long. And you also have, there's not one goddamn thing that any one of us can do about it. A direct quote, notified by the period mark here. And you also have, none of us can really wrap our heads around the fact of how fucked we are. It sounds a little bit better in Texan, but there you go. And he's looking at his garden and the trees and everything around him, and he says it's all going down. And they're perched on the edge of the Seneca Cliff, and then they have this shit's going away, it's going bye-bye, more or less the same as this one. And one of his sort of dilemmas, so there is in this day and age, is that every day we go without it collapsing, that is, every day we go without civilization collapsing, that's that many more of our fellow Earthlings we're obliterating off the face of the Earth. So this is a point that I agree with. It's that if the civilization was to collapse like next year, it would increase the chances for survival for thousands and thousands of other species immensely. And so when you're down this rabbit hole, as Hambone calls it, you slowly learn to distinguish between the planet, the biosphere that is living on the planet, and the global industrial civilization, which is just one human system of organization. And obviously, if you had to choose one of those to disappear, then the least crucial of them would be civilization, because obviously if you don't have a planet, you can't have a civilization really, and you also can't have a biosphere, and the other thing is that you can't have a civilization on a planet without a biosphere. So clearly the least important of those three things is global industrial civilization. And then down here you have, connected to its game over, you have there is no hope. And that's also sort of connected to the civilization ID, that there's no hope that this sort of society and this sort of living arrangements can continue without a major collapse. And finally, connected to there is no hope, you have we're just waiting for the fat clueless woman to sing. And with that, I will take you over to Hambone Littletail's own rant. Enjoy!
Hi guys, it is an absolutely spectacularly gorgeous, over the top, beautiful day here on the planet. It is the first full day of spring 2019, and good Lord, if you needed to, that would be Thursday, March 21st. I guess we officially hit spring yesterday. And if you want a postcard from the state of Texas, you need to go no further than Garfield, Texas. There is no way to put the glory of this cottonwood tree onto a little video. I see the Virginia creeper is beginning its creep. This is not poison oak. Just to give you some idea of what this, this is closest thing I have to a redwood tree in Texas. Just flat out gorgeous. Don't know why it takes the damn pecan trees so long to get their leaves. Everyone else is just busting out all over. There is the pomegranate tree. Now the peach orchard is already about to bloom out. Of course, I'm not going to get any, I won't get any peaches from my organic peach orchard because of the damn squirrels. My little squirrel hound here just cannot keep the peaches out of the trees. And I don't know, this garden, guys, this is truly a way to become depressed. I should be out here on this absolutely spectacularly gorgeous first day of spring, out here in my organic garden, or I should be out canoeing. I should be out here in this organic garden, putting in the summertime garden. But there will be no summertime garden this year because I'm going to be getting out of here in May. So I'm just going to let the weeds enjoy themselves. Right before I leave, what I'm going to do is just till the whole thing down to bare dirt and cover it with tarps. Oh man, what a beautiful day to be out here in the garden. You know what, guys? I completely forgot about my carrots. I thought that these were these were wild carrots, but they're actually my, you know, these damn wild carrots taking everything. These are actually my real carrots. Well, good Lord. Don't know if I can. This carrot does not want to give it up. All right, I'm gonna have to dig out the carrot. I completely forgot about these carrot plants. What does my carrot crop look like? I don't know where this carrot is, guys. God damn it. It broke off. Ah. Oh, well. I'll have to come out here with a, I'm going to have to come out here with a, I guess a spading fork to dig up my carrot crop for the year. Damn it. Why did I plant these things so deep? Anyway, where was I? This is your old depressed collapsitarian. These are the ends of my greens. So I should be out here on this gorgeous day getting my summer garden, but oh well, it looks like the larkspur and the poppies will soon be blooming. Oh dog, where'd you go? So this, of course, is what I get to do today. This is what your old depressed collapsitarian will be doing with his day. Sancho! I'm out here in my back 40. Getting the damn weeds from hell. That's what I've been doing this week, is getting these, whatever these damn invasive species are, out here with my swing blade, knocking down these weeds, getting my burn pile from hell. Anywho's, good Lord, look at this gorgeous day. It is a good thing I do not believe in chemtrails. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at that cottonwood tree. Anyway, guys, I don't know. On a day like this, on a spectacularly gorgeous day like this, is this the best day or the worst day to be a depressed collapsitarian? And, you know, just walking around with the knowledge that all of this is soon ready to go bye-bye. You know, these beautiful days. We got the little nest of baby wrens over here, and the peaches blooming, and the honeybees buzzing around. It is all going down. And how many more gorgeous first days of spring do we have left to celebrate on planet Earth? And this is the question. And so since nobody has the answer, the only answer is to get out there and enjoy every single one of these gorgeous days on this beautiful planet that we have left, to get out there and enjoy it while we still can. You know, started my spring of 2019 at a Pickin Party on Snake Island last night, at a potluck Pickin Party. You know, I brought my last picking of organic greens to a community potluck, and then I sat around with my lovable clueless moron friends, and then we sang acoustic music as the supermoon rose over Lady Bird Lake in the middle of Austin, Texas. Just a glorious kickoff to spring 2019, and it was just, you know, just one more perfect evening in paradise, doing what is really what's left to do, and that's to get out there and enjoy paradise with people you love, and share food, and play acoustic music as the planet collapses. And you know, as I do in so many of these gatherings, since I know we're all of us Doomers, we do the same thing whenever we're in a group, like with our friends doing something like this. We look around and when we just wonder what is going through their minds. Now, the two guys who put on this party last night, these buddies of mine, I've known them for 15 years, they are not clueless morons. One of them is an environmental educator. He teaches, and he leads environmental field trips to school children and whatnot. And I was actually watching a documentary about Earth First back from the 1980s, and there was my buddy in a documentary. He's an Earth Firster, or at least he was, and the other fellow putting on this party, who's a great guy, clearly not a clueless moron. He is a retired environmental attorney. You know, trying to hold the planet eaters in Austin, Texas back. I'm afraid to say, brother, that you failed. But anyway, he did his best, and I think he is a whitewater river guide. These two men are clearly, in no way, shape, or form, clueless morons. They know goddamn well, and they have the same information available to them as I do to me, or you do to yourself. And as far as I know, neither one of them has ever listened to one of my rants. No, I'm sorry, one of them actually did sit down and listen to one of my rants on the rock when I was burning a little plastic dump truck, and I assume he's never been back. They have absolutely zero interest in hearing one thing that I have to say about the state of this planet, and the fate of this planet. I honestly don't know what goes through these men's minds, as they drift off to sleep. Here is another monarch butterfly in my garden. I'm just letting my garden go to seed, and the monarch butterflies, I guess I don't have any milkweed. I need to get milkweed planted out here. And anyway, obviously there was zero mention. It was about 50 people that I spent the evening with last night for about 6 hours. It goes without saying that the state of the planet was never one time mentioned. Never, I mean, it wasn't even brushed up against at any point during this meeting. And of course, among some of the other items that these fellows I just mentioned brought to the party, you know, was a case of these single-use plastic water bottles. We were eating off of styrofoam plates. So the various choices for plates, they settled on styrofoam. And then, of course, you know, the people drifting in, bringing their items to the potluck, especially on the dessert table. Virtually every single item on the dessert tray, you know, full of palm oil. What we were doing to, you know, to celebrate the first day of spring 2019 is we were heaping palm oil onto styrofoam plates and washing it down with bottles of water in these single-use plastic water bottles. And this was not, it was not a total group of clueless morons. What it was, you know, it was very nice people, some of the nicest folks that I have ever had the pleasure of knowing on the entire planet, just acting like people. And that's how we act like people, is we heap palm oil onto styrofoam plates and wash it down with water out of single-use plastic bottles as we sing acoustic folk songs and cheer the moon rising up over the stadium lights. We're fucked. We're completely fucked. And these folks I spent the evening with last night are probably some of the more aware people. You know, I don't know if I'm being watched by my next door neighbors, you know, so here I am, you know, sitting out here having this rant about clueless morons, and then, you know, my next door neighbors, these people are, and they're totally nice folks, you know, when they're not all liquored up. They are not just clueless, they are oblivious to anything going on on this planet. My next door neighbors have absolutely zero knowledge. This is Mad Max next door to me. Where do you think? I think there's 3 generations in this family living in this third world hellhole that they have created. There is no difference between my next door neighbors and the worst of the worst of Sub-Saharan Africa. The state of my of this lot next door to mine, it looks like something out of a fucking Sub-Saharan African garbage dump. These people have the same lot size that I do. They are not grown. They have, I assure you, they have never grown a turnip green in their entire lives. And when this shit comes down, where the fuck do you think they're gonna head? They're gonna head next door. Completely oblivious to the edge of the Seneca Cliff that we're perched on today, on this absolutely gorgeous day to be alive on the planet. I wish you could see the tiger swallowtail butterfly on the peaches. There is no insect apocalypse going on in my garden, although I don't see a single honeybee out there today. A couple of butterflies, but no honeybees. You know, and I should have read the comment out last week. I'm sorry I can't remember the name of the commenter. Is actually from Collapse Chronicles. You know, just pointing out how none of us, even those of us, you know, down here in this Doomosphere rabbit hole, none of us can really wrap our heads around the fact how fucked we are, how, you know, the tiny little hair that is keeping this entire global industrial civilization and this species from falling over a cliff. And I know that's true for me, that I spend my entire life down on this rabbit hole. And I cannot begin to imagine the absolute horror of this, you know, this train wreck that's shaping up on the planet. It's going to make the atomic bomb explosions in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, you know, look like a damn schoolboy scuffle. So I don't know why I do it, guys. You know, and the big question, you know, that I hear when my friends do dip their toe in here is in this whole subject is, you know, this whole subject of being hopeless, about abandoning all hope. That, you know, if you're so hopeless, Hambone, just, you know, why don't you just put a fucking bullet through your head? And they will never understand the answer. And there's no way to explain this to people. You simply have to be down here, down this rabbit hole, as long as I have, where I guess I'm finally starting, you know, to arrive at the acceptance stage of grief. That, you know, when you abandon all hope, you know, when you understand on a cellular level how utterly, hopelessly fucked we are. And there's not one goddamn thing that any one of us can do about it. And there's not a goddamn thing, even if there was a goddamn thing that we could do as a civilization and as a species to rise to the challenge being presented to us, that there is no will. There is zero will to make any dent. You know, these tiny little pathetic little measures we're taking, all they're going to do is just, you know, at best kick the can down the road a few more years, and every day that we go without it collapsing, that's that many more of our fellow earthlings we're obliterating off the face of the earth. You know, when you realize this, and you understand there is no hope, you completely abandon all hope. The weird thing about it is when you truly understand how incredibly fucked we are, folks, that the game is over. We're just waiting for the fat, clueless moron woman to sing. And when you understand that, strangely enough, what it does is make you appreciate more than ever every single day like this first day of spring, that when you're completely, utterly hopeless, when you've peeled away enough layers of the onion to realize there is no way out, it just bizarrely makes you appreciate every single day like this as a gift to be handed, you know, to get out there and enjoy it, to get out there, to get out of that whatever goddamn cubicle you're sitting in, to get out of that goddamn car in rush hour traffic. Is that any sort of way to appreciate the gift of the ever dwindling number of days like this left on the planet, to be stuck in the fucking matrix? You know, and this is not an easy rabbit hole to be down here, but god damn it. I thank, you know, I thank Mama every day for my decision 10 years ago to walk the fuck away from that $100,000 a year job. Just walk away from it and get out there and enjoy this planet while you still can, because this shit's going away, guys. It's going bye-bye. And every day that you choose to, you know, to stay holed up in some goddamn city, in some fucking cubicle, surrounded by a bunch of clueless fucking morons, so you can make another fucking dollar bill. Anyway, I wish the best for all of you, but anyway, I've got to wrap up today's depressed collapsitarian whine, and I've got to get out. I love it. We have the Iron Age swing blade. This is a Hambone weed whacker, otherwise known as a swing blade, because I gotta start whacking some weeds in the end times. And then we're gonna crank up the newly tuned up gas sucking lawnmower and enjoy the planet while we still can. But good Lord, I got some peas to pick. The snow peas are still coming in. Smoke them if you got them, and we all know why. Say bye-bye to the cottonwood trees. Bye, guys.